Nid, you might not know me, but I am a wellness teacher in the Northern Beaches in Sydney. I do teach Pilates yoga. I've also been a wellnesspreneur for about 6 years with a company in the UK, which I sold last year, and teaching online using Zoom and all of those technologies for the last 3 years. I also had a previous life as a media and music lawyer, so I have a little bit of an understanding about some of the legal, but also I worked a lot with technology, so some of the technological things that can come up when we start to launch ourselves into a new online business. I'd seen quite a few of you posting, asking questions about teaching for your studios and what that situation would be in terms of pay and some of your rights, but also some technical questions about things like playing music while you're doing your live stream classes or pre-recorded videos for your clients. So I just wanted to try and give you a quick overview of some of the key things to think about if you're launching into teaching online with your existing studios. So we're just going to focus on whether or not you're staying with your studio. But some of these things will apply even if you're not staying with your studio and launching into teaching online by yourself. So the first thing is whether or not to stay with your studio. Well, obviously, your studio is your community. They do all the back office stuff. They run the business side. They've got the clients. They do all the communications. And, you know, you can share your fun Instagram videos and stories, but you're not responsible for running a business. And that's a huge bonus to not have to spend all that time and energy. So if you're not really feeling like you want to take that launch, then definitely look to trying to stay with your studio. They're also a community. You've got a team around you. And that's really important at this time. We really want to be connected to our communities because they're going to help give us that strength when we're feeling vulnerable and low, to help us step up and keep our lightest and brightest side of ourselves. So you choose to stay with your studio and they're doing some online content. Some of the things you're going to be thinking about are, what are they going to pay me? So perhaps they're going to pay you the same rate that they used to pay you. That's fine if you're doing a virtual live stream class and it's not being recorded. That is just the same in a way as you teaching in the studio, a live one-off class that doesn't have any recording. If you were being recorded in the studio, you would probably start to ask questions about, well, what's going to happen with that recording? So if you're recording those videos, you want to ask the studio what's their intention behind those recordings. There is potential that they could start to make more money out of doing those videos, and you might want a slice of that because no doubt your income's going down as well as the studio's right now. So you might want to be able to either reserve the right to see what they're going to do in the future with those videos, or if they have a plan, ask them what their process is for either a top-up payment to buy out the rights that you're going to have in that video, or that they're going to pay you ongoing for the number of downloads or per plays that happen in an on-demand streaming service. What do I mean by on-demand streaming service? Well, effectively, when you go online, there are different copyrights that are being utilized. Your copyright is your teaching, your text that is being captured on the video when it is being pre-recorded, or recorded live. That video capturing your rights then means that you have the right to control how it is used and make money through each stream of revenue. So you want to make sure that if they are going to be doing an on-demand where they get subscribers and they're making money through the number of videos in their library, you're getting paid for the number of people who are signing up to use that library. If not, and they start to sell downloads, then you want to make sure that every download you're getting a percentage of the money that they receive from those downloads. The other thing to make sure is that they're crediting you properly and that they're not editing and doing strange things with your videos. So try and make sure you reserve those rights to keep your image clean and pure, and that you have made this wonderful class that you're sharing with people. Another issue that's important to consider when you're doing these videos is going to be whether or not you're playing music in the background. Now, there's a whole complicated raft of rights that goes with music, whether it's the sound recording aspect or the compositional aspect of the recording. Again, these online rights exist for those music videos too. So just like when you're in the studio and you're not supposed to be playing music unless you've got a specific performance right to play that music to the public, it's the same online. You shouldn't be playing live music over your virtual classes or on your pre-recorded classes, unless you have obtained clearance from the people who have the rights in that music. And we normally do that through a collecting society. Now, if this is something you don't normally worry about, because the studio manages it, the studio is going to need to find out whether or not they can extend their license for online videos. That's fine if you're using the studio's platform. You will be covered by their license, potentially. However, if you're just going to play music in the background and there is no license for that, or you're doing it on your own, please do not do it. It's not respectful to musicians and the artists that create the music. They deserve to be paid in this climate just as much as you do. So please make sure that you create a playlist, use Spotify, use YouTube, send it to your clients and say to them, play the playlist or play your favorite songs, and we're going to move along together using that playlist. That would be a really nice way to make sure that those artists are being paid for their music and that you're still providing that wonderful, uplifting musical beat, should you choose, during your online lessons. And then lastly, but super important, and I know people in the UK have been getting letters from their insurers already, your insurance will unlikely cover you for teaching online and virtual classes. You need to get in touch with your insurer and update your insurance to make them cover you for online classes. Be clear with them. Are you doing virtual live classes? Are you doing pre-recording? Or are you doing on-demand videos? That is going to ensure that you're covered for teaching online. There is a caveat to that, which is it's unlikely they will cover you outside of your home area. So don't use this as an opportunity to go, oh, cool, I'm now online. I'm suddenly going to have clients in the US. Your insurance will be restricted, most likely to your home territory. You will need to get an assessment and pay a specific premium if you think you're going to launch into teaching worldwide clients. So those are just a few of the key things that you need to put into place if you're jumping into that online sphere. Good luck. Let me know if you've got any questions. Love to support you. Really want to help people with growing this wonderful light of sharing how to keep well in your home through a very challenging time for everybody on this planet. Take care, guys, and I hope to hear from you soon.